Like, I think fighters need to do that. Like, if you want to really get any kind of, like, you need to be able to fight. That's number one. Yeah, I think because people are getting lost in it. And sometimes I listen to like Joe when he's on here, or like when he's doing his interviews and stuff, and he talks about like the fighters need to sell themselves. It's like, I think number one, you need to be good at fighting. Like, so don't lose that. Try and be the best fighter you can be. That will get you to places alone. Then sell yourself. Like, that's a secondary thing. Like, sell yourself, and like sell yourself as a brand. Like, try all these things. Keep posting on Instagram. Like, again, I used to think, I'm being a bit annoying, I'm posting every day, but who gives a fuck? Like, if they don't like it, they'll just not watch. Yeah, they won't follow you. Yeah,
follow me.
If they like it, people will follow you. And like, usually when you put out good content, you get like the followers come in. So, and it helps for like getting big fights or sponsorship opportunities, or like you said, paid. If you're getting like views online and stuff, you can get paid. Like Liam Harrison, for instance, he's killing it, like, because he's made such a big name for himself online. So yeah, fighters should take a leaf out of people like his book. Like, I'm trying my hardest right now, but like people like Liam's like living proof that if you really put yourself out there online, like, guys fucking kill it. Like, I don't know, it's got to be millions he's making on his website now. Like, because he's monetized his following. Do you know what I mean? He's went into doing online coaching or training, and he's got like 50,000 monthly members on there.
Is he still actively fighting as well?
He's coming towards the end of his career. He says he wants maybe one more fight and then he'll retire. But but he could have finished fighting years ago. Like, he's got the butt. He's the one. He's that kind of, he don't want to stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it is a drug, man. It's so weird. And again, like you said, it's all you know. It is a drug though. Like that. One, we're attention seekers, man. Like, that's what I've realized. Like, in a good way. Like, we do it. We're in front of thousands of people fighting. I love it. Like, I love people like going, that was fucking sick, mate.
Winning.
Yeah.
That dopamine.
It's just no better feeling. And that's what the addiction is, I think. It's a hard, like, 1 minute you're in the limelight. Like, when I was like 15 to 22, like, everyone messaging me, like, you got some big players in Muay Thai that I'd never thought even knew me. They're like messaging me like, that was sick, mate, well done, rah, rah. Then you go from not fighting for a few years and like no one talks about you anymore. You're like, what? It's weird. Like, that's when I realized, shit, this game's pretty fickle. Like, 1 minute you're like the superstar, you're on a high, and everyone wants to be your best mate, and then the next minute nobody wants to know you. Like, if you're not current, nobody gives a shit. That's just the truth of fighting. So people like Liam's killed it because he's monetized from it now. So even if he kind of, I know he'll lose that kind of being in center of attention, but at least he made a life for himself outside of it. I mean, I think that's what every fight should be aiming for, to be honest.
Like you said as well, though, the being able to fight is an important thing, because you see it a lot in the UFC. The people who know how to market themselves but are also winning every time. Like when Conor McGregor come through, people think he's just a loudmouth. He was knocking everyone out. He was fighting. So people were like, oh shit, who's this loudmouth knocking everyone out, calling his shots?
All the best in history.
He was like perfect for it.
He perfect timing, everything.
Yeah.
He was like, it was perfect timing for him. Like, but he obviously was really good. But like, even if you look back, like Muhammad Ali, like all the greats and stuff, like they all talk shit or whatever, or they say their bit, but they all backed it up. Like, you have to be good, especially if you talk. Otherwise, you're just like an idiot.
Because I think the fans see it. If you're talking shit and then you're like, it's a boring fight, or you're not, and they're like, well, this guy's not really that good. So they're sort of like, they kind of come off the bandwagon a little bit.
Yeah, like Colby Covington's like prime example. Yeah. Like, so last week, obviously, he goes below the belt every time, but that last one was well below the belt.
Yeah.
but then I even watched that and I was thinking, this guy's actually like, you know, it's weirdly like funny. Like you're laughing at it, you're like, how does he get away with saying shit like that? Like, I would never dream of even saying something like that. But like, then he lost and he didn't do anything that he said he was gonna do. And you're like,
and everyone's sort of like,
this is 2 times in a row, like 2 times now. And you're like, you've done it with Usman as well. And it's like, now people think that you're just a fraud. Whereas like, if he was actually just focused on winning and not being a dickhead, it might be a different thing. Do you know what I mean? So I think
that's just him trying to stay irrelevant, though, isn't it? He's trying to stay in the limelight.
Even after he's like in the press conference, that was the easiest fight. I was like, bro, you got beat. That means nothing. Like, it's like me saying, like Darren Rowland, like bigging up about that whole Darren Rowland thing. Like, we were in the doctor's room, he was fucked. No, I wasn't. I got beat. It doesn't matter. He firmed it. I couldn't. So like, it's different. Like, and that's the thing, you got to back it up if you talk, man. You got to back it up. So yeah.
He just talks